I've always held that trust is the cornerstone of any true love. Without it, love becomes a mere facade, beautiful on the surface but empty at its core. That conviction was tested in the most heart-wrenching way. My name is Vincent, and I was once engaged to a woman named Casey. We shared years together, carefully crafting what I believed was a solid foundation for our future. But everything collapsed the night I uncovered her secret. She was still involved with another man. That discovery flipped my world upside down, and I want to share exactly how it all unraveled. Casey and I crossed paths at a mutual friend's housewarming party. What began as a light chat stretched into hours of deep conversation. There was an undeniable spark, and we swapped numbers before parting ways. Initially, our connection was casual. Coffee dates, quick lunches squeezed into busy schedules. But those fleeting moments soon blossomed into something more. Dinners became regular, weekends were spent together, and late-night talks grew longer and more intimate. Before long, we were officially a couple. Our relationship evolved naturally, neither rushed nor stagnant. After a couple of years, Casey began spending nearly every weekend at my place, from Friday evening to Sunday night. It felt effortless, like we were building a life together. While she never fully moved in, my larger apartment became our default space. I visited her place occasionally, but staying there long-term never seemed practical. One thing that stood out about Casey was her openness. She shared freely about her past, exes, family struggles, even personal missteps. There were no barriers, or so I thought. She often mentioned a childhood friend, someone she described as a brother figure, always present but never romantic. I had no reason to doubt her. In time, we got engaged. Her eyes lit up with joy when she said yes, and we dove into planning our future, discussing wedding venues, dreaming about honeymoons, and imagining the home we'd share. I was all in emotionally and financially, saving diligently to build the life I thought we both wanted. Everything felt aligned, like we were moving in harmony. But sometimes, the most convincing facades conceal the harshest truths. It was an ordinary Friday evening when things unraveled. Casey arrived at my apartment with her weekend bag, her usual bright smile in place. Over dinner, she casually mentioned needing to leave early the next day to visit her parents for some family matter. I didn't pry. I'd always respected her space when she kept details vague. She'd never given me cause to question her before, so I saw no need to start. After dinner, we settled on the couch for a movie we'd been meaning to watch. Partway through, Casey's head rested on my shoulder, and she drifted off, as she often did when exhausted. I draped an arm around her, letting her sleep as I watched the film. Her phone, however, kept lighting up silently on the table. I assumed it was a group chat or something innocuous. But when the movie ended, I leaned to wake her and caught a glimpse of her lock screen. The messages weren't from a sibling-like friend. They were far too intimate. Without thinking, I entered her passcode, one we'd shared long ago, as a gesture of trust. I expected to find nothing alarming, but what I saw shattered my reality. The texts were from her childhood friend, filled with flirtation, affection, and private jokes I couldn't decipher. They'd made plans for the next day, with one message standing out. "So excited for tomorrow," he wrote. Casey had replied with a heart emoji, and I told him I'm visiting family, so we're all set. She'd sent that message just hours earlier, during our dinner. I didn't wake her. I sat frozen, staring at her peaceful face as my chest tightened and my thoughts spiraled. How long had this been happening? Had I missed the signs? Was I not enough for her? Why deceive me just to meet someone else? The questions looped endlessly. The next morning, Casey woke as if nothing was amiss. She kissed my cheek, brushed her teeth, and began packing her bag, chatting about how much she'd miss me and promising to cut work early next time for more time together. Her words felt scripted, rehearsed. I barely responded, my mind heavy with what I knew. When she noticed my silence and asked, "You okay?" I mumbled something vague. She laughed, teasing that I was just moody, saying, "Already missing me?" As she playfully nudged me. I managed a weak smile, but inside, I was choking on unspoken words. As she prepared to leave, I followed her to the door, as always. Normally, I'd open it, she'd kiss me or flash a smile, and she'd be off. But this time, as she stepped into the hallway, I didn't offer my